We're loving and hating and making scenes. Now we just see everything we believe.
Hello, what's going on YouTube fam? This is your boy J Money here, and I'm bringing you guys two different builds of World Chalice Orcust this time. New ban list dropped, and I was really going to showcase the OG World Chalice build from, but then the ban list struck a lot sooner than I thought it was, so no point in doing that now. But I did play World Chalice Orcust for YCS Fort Worth, and I was going to do a YCS report and all that good stuff. As you can see, I got the Appaloosa mat, which I went to the regional flight on day 2, did my very first regional flight. I took pendulums to that and won it. It was honestly no contest, and it was my first time piloting the deck in a very long time. And so I will showcase that deck profile, because even though a new ban list struck, that build is basically not going to change because nothing needs changing. So anyway, what you have going on here is the top build of this World Chalice Orcust. So we don't have Mermaid. There's 2 different ways to get to Orcust. You can get to Orcust via Curious, Lightsworn Dominion, or Isolde. So with Isolde, you're obviously going to need warriors to turbo out either Armageddon Knight, or what I like to do, summon Dark Refer if you already have World Wand in your hand, Orcust Nightmare in your hand, or if you have Malicious in your hand. Malicious is going to be in your deck regardless, because it's not only a Dark for Curious, but it is also a warrior for Isolde. So a lot of times, just doing hands already, I've been summoning Dark Refer a lot more than I've been summoning Armageddon Knight. I'll search Armageddon Knight with Isolde and then just summon it next turn and whatnot. But if I open like any high level dark monster in my hand that's not a danger, it's generally something I want in the graveyard, and so I'll just summon out Dark Refer anyway. So they both have their advantages and disadvantages. This one has a lot more monsters, it has a lot more extenders, but you're banking on these. You're literally banking on darks to get to Curious. Versus Isolde, all you have to do is just play the game, and since Beckon is already in a part of your deck strategy, they are warriors, so you can turbo into Isolde while still using Justice Seer and all that stuff. But big problem, you're playing more bricks in your deck that aren't live. Now, the deck is a little bit bigger. It's like 53 or 54 cards. And for good reason. You don't want to see these cards, and yeah, that's basically that. And you still don't want to see Christia or your spell canceler. So with that being said, I'm going to showcase combo tutorials as to what you want to do with both of these builds. Again, this one is the one with Curious is a little bit more RNG based, simply because of the fact that you need darts, and it really depends on what's in your hand. So with that being said, I'm going to start with the warrior build. Alright guys, so how to perform this combo. Essentially you need access to World Legacy World Chalice, and you can pull this off. So we're going to start with our typical 2 cards. Now again, the deck is a tad bit bigger. However, you are able to access Miko still very consistently, so as long as you can get to this, you're fine. So this is really going to depend on what else is in our hand. A lot of these boards that are put up now really depend on what else is in your hand, because if you see certain things in your hand, you know what else you need to go for. So far, or yeah, so far and so forth. Oh, come on, you guys. Alright guys, back to the shuffle. Like, I don't think it really matters what else we get to our hand. We just need 3 cards in our hand just to see what else we got, what else we're working with. So that being said, let's go ahead and draw our first 3 cards. Okay, we got Unexpected Die. So in the warrior build, you did see Unexpected Die on the side. That is the 3rd copy. So 2 were already in the main deck. So this is actually really good. This is this is good. I like this. So we're gonna go ahead and start off with our die, and I want to summon Beckon really badly, but I don't think I'm going to. Actually, I think I am going to. Yeah, we want to go ahead and get the Beckon out of the deck. Let's go ahead and summon him, that bad boy right there. Oh, that glare though. That glare is a problem. But you already know what it is. So let's go ahead and summon our Venus. And we're gonna go and pay 1,000. We're gonna summon 2 Shine Balls because we don't know how much space we're gonna need. Actually, we can go and summon 3. It's fine. Alright. So we didn't open any high level monsters, but we did open Shade Brigandine, which is another warrior that we could really make use of. So that's really good. That's gonna take us a long way. So let's go ahead and do this. Now, actually at this point, I think I would have paid 1,000 simply for the fact that I do want to chain block this and make sure it resolves. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and pay 1,000 because you want to summon another monster from your hand, or you want to be able to still have room to summon. So we're gonna go and make our orb, and we're gonna use World Legacy World Chalice as Chain Link 1, obviously. Chain Link 2 is going to be our Imdux summoning this crown from our hand to make sure that our World Legacy, it does in fact resolve. So in this instance, if we didn't get the unexpected die, we would be doing 2 things right now. We would summon Lee, and we would summon the Chosen from our deck. And the first Lee would search our first beckon from our hand. And then after we resolve Miko and Link and Synchro into Savage Dragon, we're going to use Miko to summon the second beckon from the deck, and Link into Appaloosa to summon the beckon from our hand. That's how that would have played out. So the effective Lee, we're going to go and search. We're going to search our Guard Dragon. Since we already got access to another warrior, we have a Shade Brigandine in our hand, it's fine. So now we're going to go and make our Miko. I could do one of 2 things. I could search World Legacy Sorrow, which is our counter trap, or I could search the World Legacy. I can search the other one, the Scepter. So I think I'm going to search Sorrow. I don't think I really need the Scepter, but you know, we could grab one, but I'm not going to. We're just going to grab Sorrow. Alright, so now we're going to make Savage, and we're going to activate Miko's effect as Chain Link 1. We're always chain blocking our effects to summon, so Savage is going to be 2, that's going to equip, and with the effect of Miko, we are going to summon out, I want to summon out a Lee, honestly. I think that's a good idea. I think we could summon Lee. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. We can never not have enough level 2s. We're going to have to summon it away from this zone because we're going to need an open zone for Isolde. And we're going to use the other effect of Lee from the graveyard, getting rid of our Guard Dragon to add this Lee back to hand. Alright, now we're going to activate our Shade Brigandine, summoning it to our field. And so now we got 2 warriors that we need to make our Isolde. So with our Isolde, I think this time we're actually going to search Destiny or Malicious for our follow-up plays. Our follow-up plays, we want just as many bodies to get put on the board as possible. So with Isolde, we're going to send 4 equips. I generally want to keep DDR in my deck because I'm playing Orcust. So that's 2, 3, and 4 for Phoenix Blade, and we're going to summon out Dark Refer from the deck. No need for Armageddon Knight. This way we can get 2 grave resources going. So our Dark Refer is going to activate, discarding our Destiny or Malicious, and sending our Orchestrated Nightmare. If they even want to interrupt that or the Isolde, I mean Savage is on the board at this point. There's ways to do this with, if you don't think you're going to have enough materials to make Savage and Appaloosa, you can just go straight for Appaloosa instead. So all this being done, now we can go ahead and link off 4 monsters into our Appaloosa. No, 3. 1, 2, 3. We'll link 3 into our Appaloosa. So now the effect of our Orm is going to summon a Lee from hand. We're going to use the effect of our World Chalice Guard Dragon to banish itself from the graveyard and target any vanilla, and we're going to target a Shine Ball, summon it, and we're gonna overlay the vanillas. We're not gonna overlay the Lee because Orcust monsters require effect monsters, so we're gonna go and set this. Now, as you can see, we got Orcust stuff going. We're gonna banish our Nightmare, and we're gonna speed this up a little bit. We're gonna find Heartpour, and we're gonna send it, and we're gonna banish it. Summon our symbol. It's actually in the front. There it is. Alright. So now what we're going to do is we're going to make Galatea. And then we're immediately going to link off that Galatea and our Dark Refer into a Longirsu. We're going to put it over here. Alright. Now we're set up. Now we can go ahead and summon our Galatea. And use the effect of Galatea. I generally want to put Symbol back in the deck and attach Nightmare so I can have more cards to banish. So I can have more banish cards for Longirsu and things like that. So we're going to shuffle back our Symbol and activate our Babel. Now we are going to summon our She-Orchestic Girsu on the board and attach our Orchestrated Nightmare, like so. And presto, there you go. So Appaloosa's got 3 negates, and it is a hard 3 negates, or not a hard, but you're going to have to play through all of them simply because Girsu's on the board to save Appaloosa from being ran over in battle. So you got 3 negates here. You got one really big interruption going on for 29. So that's 4, 5, which is your Sorrow. 6 could be your Babel, you know, in case they do something, or you can just wait. So this is a potential 6, and this is a 7 going on right here for Savage Dragon. So right here, this is really strong. These are the kind of boards that I was putting up on World's House Orcust in general, except instead of going into his old, I'll just make Cerberus and do the same thing. So yeah, not to mention I have Malicious engraved for next turn to go into more stuff in my extra deck. I still got 5 extra deck rearing to go. Not to mention next turn I can go Galatea. On their turn I can just set Crescendo and it's over. Now if I was playing against a control deck, I wouldn't be activating Babel. I would indeed go for Crescendo. So that's something worth noting. If they super poly your board, again 29 can just summon this Galatea and turn your cards back online. So that's nothing to worry about. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and pause and go on to the next build.